And today we're reacting to studs and straight men are beefing over this. What are we doing, man? Why are we doing this, man? Am I shaking up Skittles? Hell yeah. I had to put it on camera too because I could have did it down here, but I wanted y'all to see what I was doing. Hit one of these real quick. Don't mind me. Let me hit one of these real fast. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's hit the spot. That being said, man, make sure I post to the Twitch. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday about 5 or 6 p.m. I do it.
Body slam a stud day. What are we talking about here? Why are we making a fake day to justify putting hands on women?
You guys,
bro, look, I know we shouldn't joke about some things, you know, and certain people don't like certain jokes. Like, yeah, like I told y'all, I don't like jokes where people be like, oh yeah, I punch a baby in the face. Like, I don't like shit that got to do with kids getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? I don't find them funny, but people do. But nigga gotta get on the shit. Why are we making a day that is justified? Bro, nobody's really doing it. Nobody's out here, oh yeah, come, let me go grab a stud and body slam. Come on, bro. God damn, man. You can't joke in 2025, bro. You can't. There was this thing, I think my girl was telling me about it. People are coming out right now and saying shit like, you know, hey guys, just before I get famous, sorry for the crunch in the ear, bro. I gotta finish these Skittles, bro. They too good. Sorry, hey, just so y'all know, when I get famous, when I was young, I did say nigga a couple of times with my friends, or I did say this. You know what I'm saying? I think one of the ones that people are getting caught up for, and I'm just saying what it was, but chinky, like when they say chinky eyes, I guess they're like, I think that's something that people are getting in trouble for type shit. Never was something that I said, just never thought about saying that. But, you know, people are trying to say sorry before it all comes out. I'm trying to think what could be for me, and I ain't gonna lie, I think the one that would get me, which I don't think you would see through text, but bro, when we were all young, bro, and I'm gonna get to the video, I'm sorry, but when we were young, coming up, it was okay to say the F word. Y'all know this. If you came up, it was okay to say, bro, you're such a ... You could say it. Everybody was. Bro, you fucking, right? So, if somebody got a voice recording of me, you know, they want to let it loose, hey, I'm not going to apologize for shit. You know what I'm saying? I was young, and I know I didn't do nothing too crazy. Feel me? It is what it is. Let's get to the video.
don't know. A few days ago on TikTok, there was a phrase called "body slam a stud day," and so everybody making videos about this, making content about this, and so people, most people were looking at it as a joke, but then people were taking this actually serious. And this is one of the dudes out there that doesn't like this sort of content.
Some dudes is thrown off, so they really might go out and do that bit. Now I get the argument of they dress like men, want to be men, they can act like men, they get in fights like men. No. Just because that's somebody's preference and they swing, they still are a female but want to mess with females but appear more masculine. Let people do what they want to do. But why are we sitting here joking around about putting hands on women? Mind you, I'm not an advocate for putting hands on women. Why?
We know.
But it's like,
even when you're
okay, it's been a while since that happened. I don't want to hear shit. It's been a while. It's been a while since that's happened. Nobody say
body
nothing.
slam.
Don't say nothing. It's on me.
it's like, that junk is wild to me.
It is wild, right? I don't think guys are going to try to do this, but again, a lot of people on social media are pissed off about this, what is supposed to be known as a running joke about body slamming a stud.
And this whole body slam a stud day shows just how much these men really want to put their hands on women. Like, let's really talk about it. these men want to beat on women, like, and they're making it clear as day. One, a lot of already do that. A lot already put their hands on women that aren't studs, but now they just using it as an excuse, like, oh, you want to dress like a boy, you can get beat up like a boy. Bro, then I seen this nigga Mark. I don't even want to talk about him because he be stitching everybody, but this nigga Mark gonna post a clip of a stud, you know, flexing. She was in the gym showing her muscles or whatever, like basically talking about like, I'm not getting body slammed. Then Mark gonna stitch it like with his muscles, talking about just be a lady. You not a man? Like, I'm so confused where this whole men comparing themselves to studs is coming from. Like, this actually crazy. Like, bro, of course you're fit. Of course you're 6 foot. Of course you have muscles. You're literally a dude. You're literally pumped with testosterone. You're supposed to be fit. Like, let's really talk about it. But this is really scary to see. And it's like, there's a lot of on the bandwagon, like, oh yeah, like, body slam a stud day, like, okay. And then they want to revert back and be like, oh, it's just jokes. How is it just a joke for you to joke about putting your hands on a woman, no matter what they look like? It's like the scream where 2025, everybody's all inclusive, nobody cares about what you're doing, but at the end of the day, there's always going to be a set of stud and be like, oh, you want to be a boy. And now
I think that's where this, like, frustration is coming from with her, is the way that studs be getting looked at, because of how they, you know, dress and be like it dressing, you know, dress up like men and shit like that. And bro, you know, so she seems like she a stud that necessarily don't really, you know, she don't go hard. But for other niggas that's been in certain areas, y'all done seen some niggas. So y'all should see some studs that this is just me talking about this specific thing that I'm speaking of right in this exact moment. Y'all done seen some studs that you didn't even know it was a woman. You feel me? They did a great job and they buck on niggas just like another nigga. You feel me? I done seen some studs where I'm like, that's a woman? Damn, that nigga, he bucking. What's up? Yeah, boom, boom, in the streets. You feel me? Also, another thing, I don't know, I can't speak for other people, you know what I'm saying? I don't see this. Now, again, these types of games and jokes, I particularly do not jump in. They're just not, they're like, I saw the body slam a stud thing, I swiped by, I didn't even think it was a big deal because I'm like, oh, they joking, you know? But it wasn't something that I participate in that type of joke because it's just not my humor, right? It's just not, like, to others this might be funny. Again, it's just not my humor. I'm not like, oh shit, that's funny as shit. Like, I just continue going on, right? So I don't think necessarily that, I don't know, but from my perspective, I don't think niggas is looking at that like, these niggas want to put their hands on women, they want to beat women. I just don't know if I want to take it that far. Do some niggas put their hands on women? Absolutely. For sure. And it's not a good thing. But I will tell you this also. My spot that I just moved out of, I had some neighbors. It was a woman and a stud. They were together. My nigga. The amount of times they woke me up out of my sleep from the stud whooping the shit out of her girl. Boom, 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 ow, boom, boom, yo, fucking bit, boom, boom. Beating ass, putting belt to ass, whooping her, beating her ass. The amount of times we done walk through the hallway and we hear them just arguing in broad daylight in their house is so loud we can hear it in the hallway. You know what I'm saying? Studs be getting out of body too. Apparently they be getting in the most fights with each other. I'm just talking.
I really don't think that you want to be a boy, because it's like, if you want to be a boy, why do y'all want to prove so hard that y'all are manly and we're not? We don't want to be men. We've been screaming this. You guys are the ones putting it on us that we want to be men. We don't want to be men. That's how they want to dress now. This is so frustrating, because it's like, I'll be damned if body slam me. That's actually crazy.
So they was getting
nobody's gonna body slam you,
order
gang.
in the comments, all right? So this person says,
nobody.
"Tell me how you ain't a real ninja no more. What happened?" Nate goes equality. Handsome guy goes men up. Nori goes, "Oh brother, it's a joke." Dane 2 times go, "It ain't that deep, my brother." So on one end,
Nobody's gonna body slam you, ma'am. Nobody.
it's like the studs in the relationships are taking on manly or masculine characteristics.
Right.
All right. And, you know, this is what I've heard, and this is what some statistics prove, that domestic or DV between, you know, gay women is higher than what it is between men and women. And so now,
all I know is from what I've experienced, I have never seen or heard a nigga. Now, I'm swearing, I'm not trying to say this don't happen. I'm just saying, in my lifetime and from my experiences, the way I've lived, you know, I haven't been around, you know, domestic abuse between man and woman. I know for a fact it happens. That's clear and obvious. I'm sure there's women in my family that unfortunately have been through that, for sure. From what I've experienced so far, though, in my life, I've never seen a nigga beat up. And mind you, also, just to say, don't worry about it. I ain't gonna worry about that. But just only thing I've ever heard somebody getting their ass whooped in a relationship like that is 2 women.
now that guys are saying, listen, we just joking around with you, but when you want to go out there and be the stud in a relationship, you acting like you us. And then is it you putting your hands on your woman? And so now you're saying that, you know, that somebody is joking, that all of a sudden now you're a woman again? I mean, the arguments are getting a little bit crazy here.
I'm gonna explain the body slam a stud thing one more time for y'all, okay? First of all, I want to preface this by saying the joke is not violence against women. That's not the joke. That's not why it's funny. That's not it, all right? First and foremost, the reason why it's a joke or it's funny is because it's simply an absurd thing to say. That's the whole joke. It's just an absurd thing.
Right.
I mean, me personally, I don't find this funny, but it's the same reason why people would find it entertaining if someone just ran in the middle of public and just started dumping milk on themselves or something. It's just an absurd thing, right?
Yeah.
Secondly, the second half of the joke that makes it funny is not the joke itself. It's the response that the one stud made where it was like body slam stud and she was like posing in the mirror all like acting like swole and stuff, right? The reason why that's funny is because studs forget that they are still women and they're not beating the average man. It's just not happening. You're not going to do that. The average woman cannot contest or contend with the average man. For someone to come and say, "Oh, so you're advocating against violence against women?" No, I'm saying you don't stand a chance. That's what I'm saying. Like, listen, like I said in the other video, a high school football player is molly-whopping any stud. I'm sorry to tell you.
A lot of high school football players is mopping grown men too.
Yeah, grown ass niggas. For sure. I saw a thing on TikTok today. It was 3 muscle women. So they got 3 bodybuilder women and they put them up against 3 average Joe males. It was called 3 muscle women versus average Joes or something. And they were very much so average Joe niggas. And they were doing like challenges, and the niggas won. They I think it was like a score from the challenge. Each challenge they won, they would get a point, and the score ended up being 4-1. So whatever challenge they won, I didn't see. They won 1, but the average Joe niggas had 4.
While you're playing, so I get this point.
Said that women forget that gay men are still men. You're not.
So do certain niggas. Oh, I'm talking this video. Hey, at this point, hey, you just gonna have to bear with me. So do certain niggas. Certain niggas will walk by a gay dude and woof, right? Talk shit and forget that this gay nigga still will. What's up? What's up? This still a nigga. You feel me? We'll beat your ass.
Not boxing Saucy Santana and walking away.
Yeah.
It's not happening for you. I'm sorry. I don't know why that's a crazy thing to say. I simply can't understand why that's a crazy thing to say.
Okay, I get what the guy's point is. It is an absurd joke, right? I have yet to hear of any incidents of somebody walking up and body slamming a stud at all. I haven't heard that. But at the same time, we don't live in a generation where jokes like these are going to be okay. With men, we okay with any kind of jokes in any kind of generation, especially like when I was coming up in the 90s and the 80s. It was open season with, gay jokes and racist jokes. And you would even see them in the 80s on Saturday Night Live between blacks and whites. It was okay. We live in a sensitive generation now. And so saying something like that is, oh my God, this is a real threat. This is something that's real. And on either side, and you got dudes defending it and women defending it. It's just, like I said, it's some sick joke that dudes is running with, but you can't say that in 2025 and think that, oh, it's a joke because of the times that we live in. In 2000, and again, I'm not saying it was ever right to say something like that, right? But in 2000, 1990, somebody would know, all right, this is something they just saying, they're just being stupid or whatever. But today, that ain't how we living. We living in a world that is very sensitive.
That's serious. No, you don't say that. You don't say those things.
I'm not gonna lie, the beef between straight males and studs have to be studied. I done seen 5 to 10 videos of studs and males going back and forth. Back and forth, back and forth. I'm talking about somebody made a video saying, all right, today Body Slam a stud day. I scroll again, I see the dude saying, all right, today's Body Slam a stud day. And now it's a stud, swole as hell. I'm talking about she swole. And she like, Body Slam who? Like, she basically making a video. Everybody in the comments, like, cooking her. You feel me? Then I scroll past, and it's a girl talking about, men always want to try to put their hands on women. Men are so messy. And then the studs and the men were in the comments fighting. When has this generational beef occurred? I don't got no problems with no studs or nothing, but like, I don't know what happened these past couple years that has made studs and men beef. Like, this is like crazy beef too. It's like, and it might sometimes, it started off as a joke, I think, but it's starting to get a little serious.
Let me just say this, right? When it comes to the beef between studs and women, it's always been there. I happen to know like a young lady who's gay. Her name was Michelle. She went to Sacramento State University with me. Cool lady, she was straight. And not straight, I mean she was cool, but she was gay. And whenever she would deal with women, she would be like very protective of these women. Like, and if it came to the man, now listen, this is crazy, right? The men she was kind of like really jealous of, like didn't want her girls looking at women if they would go out. And she didn't want the men making any kind of contact with her. Like a man, if we have a girlfriend or whatever, woman, whatever, we're not thinking about stuff like that. It's like, if you looking at somebody, okay, whatever, but we're not going out of our way to be like holding your hands the whole time. You can't move around. You can't do this and that. And I saw that with her and some of her other friends. It seemed like they were very, very suspicious of men, and like it would get really, really crazy if they found out that their girls were being attracted to men, their girls were talking to men, their girls were texting men. It would be crazy. Like, if you found out your girl was talking to another dude, it would hurt, right? But imagine you are a stud female and you find out that your girl was talking to a dude. It hurt even more, right? As far as what I've seen before, studs typically...
Let me ask y'all something. This is just a question. I felt like, okay, if you caught your girl cheating, but she was cheating with another girl instead of another nigga, are you more hurt? Like, you might end it regardless, whatever. But does the pain hurt more with a girl or with another nigga? For me, it's another nigga. With a girl, it's like, what? You for real? No, I'm done. Like, but the nigga, that's the one where it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Are very suspicious of men, right? And for whatever reason that could be.
Okay, so there's this TikTok going around that's basically saying body slam, a stud day, something stupid. And a guy posted it, and I just find it really funny because it's just like, okay, you're gonna start a fight with a woman, so If you lose that fight, it's going to be emasculating as hell. And then if you win, you
What is she talking about,
just
bro?
beat on a woman. So, like, why even do something like that?
It's not going to. It's a joke.
It's like, it's giving kind of like jealousy instead of like, I don't know, emulating them. Is it because maybe they, I don't know, present masculinity better than you, not toxic and whatnot? So yeah, that's probably what it is. So don't hate, emulate, and don't be beat.
So men should start emulating studs. Isn't, you know what?
And don't be beating on
You about to say art studs emulate and men, that's what, but he did want to say
studs
that.
because you will get embarrassed. Especially you. You seem like a pretty thin dude. So I don't know. Probably hit the gym a little before you get that confidence. I know a lot of studs are pretty buff and they know how to fight. And they carry more than just straps in that backpack. Just saying. Anyway, peace.
There was a guy that made a video, like, not just straps, but strap-ons, right? First of all, here's the problem with the joke. And men got to understand this. Women
Okay.
are still women, okay?
Right.
So just because you make a joke about body slamming a stud, they can always go back and say, I'm a woman. Like, I got the, even though I'm a gay woman, I'm a woman. Like,
Yeah.
I'm in a protected group. Like, why are you guys joking with me like that, right? This is violence against women. And they're absolutely right. Okay?
Right.
It's no different than any other protected group, whether it be, the black community, the Asian community, whatever like that. A person can always go back and come back and say, I'm in this protected group. All right? And so we got to be mindful of that when you're making jokes in this day and time. If you're a person that says something like that and you have a job, you get fired. Okay? And then it's just a joke, but all of a sudden now you're not hireable by anybody. You hate gays or something like that. And again, like, we got to just be mindful, like, of what's going on. Body slamming a stud or body slamming whatever. This is not the 90s where you can make jokes and people just know that they're jokes and you're not serious. Somebody's going to go ahead and
Yeah, we know. It is what it is. That being said, y'all let me know what y'all think, though, man. Like the video, sub up, comment a bitch to the channel. I appreciate you. I'm great for y'all, but we going, man. ADD, let do it.